Welcome to my very first patch notes video on Guildrun. Now, honestly, I wanted to make patch notes for the previous two patches that was released. This is the third one that they've released in Guildrun. The first two, however, I still wasn't ready. I still had to learn a lot. I migrated from Windows to Linux recently, and I still have to learn how to edit properly and improve everything. There was audio and video issues that I had to sort out just to make a better quality videos, and over time I seem to have improved a lot. You saw the very first video, which was absolutely horrible up until now. Yeah, that's just me working hard to fix it. It honestly feels like a full day's work, but to be honest, yeah, let's dive into the patch notes. So we have actual good news here. With this patch, developers have noticed that there was a disappointment in the previous patch with the specific heavy nerf patch. In this patch, in the contrary, it's focusing on more buffs now, so really interesting to see what's going to happen. If we had a quick catch up on that second patch that occurred, my man Gustav, our main Lux Maxer, he's got nerfed twice. And then Arya had the nerfs, obviously, with her Requiem Barrage, which scales lower now. That's two of the most notable nerfs, in particular for me, because I do play a lot of stall builds at this moment, and yeah, Gustav is also a hero I tend to pick a lot. But I have been feeling those nerfs. They're not completely ruined as of yet, but I hope they stop touching Gustav. I want to see a little bit of buffs on him again. That would be nice. So let's dive into the patch notes. First up, the visual improvements as usual. The UI has been getting some love, especially in the shop with the crispy new color theme here when you freeze the shop, and they've also increased the damage numbers that you would see in combat. I remember in the last 2 weeks also there was just like visual effects changes, make everything look a little better over time. They keep doing an amazing job of that. We'll probably see a lot more improvements as we go along, but for a demo, like, the work put into this is absolutely solid. Can give them a S tier plus for development in that. So with starting bonuses, I remember last week they've removed some of the negative effects on some of the starting bonuses. I think there was like 2 or 3 of them which had a deduction in shards when you pick them, so it was maybe -4 or 5 shards. And they said that player base usually would just avoid those. Me in particular as well, I would avoid those. Unless there was a hero that I really wanted to force, then I would pick that. So this week there's only a buff for 1 of them. And that's, you get 5 more shards this time. So yeah, nothing to freak out about. But yeah, 5 shards could be absolutely useful anyway. Pretty cool. When it comes to the relics, we have the team size there with the harmony crystal buffed. Basically it costs 5 shards less now. You got better rush on your legendary acceleration crystal. The assassins one has been buffed too. Got 4 to 5. This I don't know what the previous value was. I'm gonna assume it was above. Then your codex relics also slightly underperforming. They also went up now with more attack, more magic, more omnivamp, better HP, better defense, better crits, more attack speed, which I like. I'm gonna try out on some warriors more perhaps. So that's nice. On your items, there's actually been a rework. The rogue skull now, they removed the little mechanic you could abuse where you could go infinite stealth. That's been completely removed now. No more abuse of that item. I didn't even know about that, so to be honest, they removed the rush, but now the stealth to the holders is applied at the start of combat too, so I think that's a nice little improvement there. You could try it out more. I think maybe someone like Dragomir on his mage build would enjoy that a lot. The Ring of Virality, I think that's been lowered, that value, but in contrary, you get more uptick now. In our Squire Sword has been buffed. Also the Squire's Helm, which I'm a big fan of. Especially trying to stack some defense up for my tanks in particular. The value is you get more HP. So I like that a lot. On heroes, Niklas has returned to the Red Rift, so Red Rifters rejoice for that. The rest of us, we're probably more interested in Ming, which in my case was also a double-edged sword. Some people think he sucks, and other people can prove he's really busted. But he's seen some buffs on his abilities. The Enlightenment has some increased rush per base rank. Then the Searing has better burn inflicted per rush. Nice. And the Tempered, he's got some better HP scaling per rank, so there's that. I really love Zuri though. I feel like she's such an S tier tank, and a lot of fights where I was gonna lose, she helped me out a lot. So, but she sees a little bit of buff here with the poison inflicted, so I'd love to try her out more. And then better base damage. Oh, I really like that a lot. Yuuna, everybody's favorite hero, especially when it comes to making some good income, some extra money. Shuriken Shadow Strike. Max, nice. Better crit. No, the crit's reduced. Ooh. Why though? What do we get in compensation for that reduce? Now places her behind the enemy based on the direction they were facing. This should help her better avoid AoE damage in boss fights. Okay, I like that. We'll have to test it and see how it actually plays into a fight. Then the Shadow has mana gained. This change allows her to insta-cast when she has an effect that keeps her stealth at start of combat. Oh. Really? We'll definitely have to test that as well. Hoyoung, I like him a lot. Let's see. Max mana's down. Starting mana's down. But Killshot's up. So, what do I think about that? Does this mean he's going to shoot a little bit slower to reach that shot? These active abilities. But there's more damage there, so that's pretty decent. Sniper, I've been playing more recently. Also seeing a little bit of a buff per rank, so I'll see how that works. I'll probably try it out again. I'll see how I feel about Hoyoung. I feel like this is somewhat positive stats here. Grace, now that's a big talking point. I feel like Salvation's signature done nothing in the last patch. Really felt bad. And she's actually supposed, and I think the devs is trying to make a positive effect on her by buffing her. So yeah, that's nice to see, because I feel like in the last week I've been playing her, it's been very underwhelming. And I don't even throw her on the combat board anymore, because I felt like your heroes die off too fast on the resurrection and so forth. So I just usually threw in reserve. But now there's better magic scaling, so we'll see how that goes. Especially when you go up, ranker up now. So that should be a nice little thing to test out. Fiona in particular, it took a max mana down. Also the starting mana. I wonder why. I think for most she's the worst hero. I started playing her more because she fits in well with the Arya style comp, and she dealt with the start of combat issue where you have to wait for your heroes to trigger their stalls. And she filled in that spot where you wait for the first stall, so it makes it a little safer to play a stall build with her around. I'm not in particularly sure why this is reduced, but anyway, Pollen, which seen some nerfs in the last week. Face Kiss, ooh, which just isn't up to snuff with her other two. So first stall duration. That means she can cast it faster now. Okay, that's good. Because poison build is one of my favorite builds. And maybe it's time to play some poison builds again. Funker, I honestly have very little experience with, so I can't say much on him. It looks like there's numbers. Blah blah. I'll be ill-informed on commenting on that in particular. However, Karsu has got more damage now, more mana, more starting mana. I felt like Karsu is the worst hero for me. I've lost so many games with her. And I've had so many fights where I'm just like, oh, I have a damage dealer now. Let's put Karsu on the board. Nice, I have a tank, I have a mystic. I'm filling up the board with a damage dealer now, and she does nothing. Absolutely nothing. And then I tried having her scale up her ability to sit in the reserve. In particular, I'm talking about... let me show you what I'm on about. The warband. So to scale up crits and attack speed, more damage. Because I'm trying to play duelists. I'm trying to broaden my horizons, and I haven't been doing too great with the duelists yet when I play Karsu. But now she's buffed, so I'm definitely gonna try more duelists out again. SKORN! My main. The bristleguard has been buffed. Oh, wow. Wow. You'll be surprised how much damage this bad boy can do when you get him set up proper. I'm really happy about that. Ratna. Oh, I feel like there's nerfs coming for her. Anyways. The HP has been removed. Lowered. Not removed, it's been lowered. I mean, not misspeak. Mana regen is also less per item now on the fashionable ability. But the ostentatious, we have more magic on cast. And also on backup too. Ooh, interesting. I do like the ostentatious though. I have tried the fashionable and I like it a lot. So yeah, talks about a little nerf. It's probably very minimal anyway. Dragomir. What happened to Dragomir? Chomp. It's been increased with better magic scaling. Nice. And then the Sanguine now places him behind. Oh, this is the same as Yuuna's placement now. So we'll have to test how these assassins do with their jumps now. So that could be super cool indeed. Tell my favorite hero, don't ever nerf her. Just buff her, okay? What happens? Base attack speed. It's the same as Pimenta now. With a little heart. Oh, the lovers. Pimenta. Also a very favorite hero for me. Better magic scaling. I play this a lot. Pepper spray. Poison inflicted per tick. Did I lower the defense? 25, 20. No! And then the HPS gain per tick after stall. Is this buffed now? Wait. Did I just confuse myself? So it's lower defense and higher HP tick. I'll have to test that out. In Kai! Didn't Kai have some broken bolts? Anyway, the bolt added stall 15 to the second effect, which gives Kai bonus shields and cost. I'm happy about that. I want to play more Kai tank, so I'm gonna try that out. And then the Intrepid rework the first effect to give Kai permanent attack and lasting shields and crit. Yeah, I'd like to try that too. I think that was... Wait, let me just double check what that was meant for. Yeah, so on the rush, you gained the crit effect for the warriors, so... I actually played a build with that yesterday, but I only got to floor 3 in endless mode, so it wasn't... My build wasn't that great, but... Yeah, I'll probably try it out again and see if I can do better with Kai. I'm very happy to see some buffs there. In particular, I'm very interested about the bolt. I want to see if I can make a nice tank out of him. Anyways, that's it for the patch notes. Thank you for joining me. We'll be doing more. I'll be hopefully improving on them as time goes on. Guildy out. See you in the next bit. See ya.